Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new series here on Sequence Break. I'll be your DM this evening, Adam, also known as The Watcher. I am joined by Richard, Cat, Duncan,
Yo,
Mike,
was that
Tally.
Crazy Cannon?
He's wonderful assholes.
And one stupid rat
Hello,
creature.
everybody. Tough Guy Games here with other Let's Play.
We all have to use our gamer tags.
Do I have to use my old one?
Yeah.
No.
Now this is going to be a hybrid game of maps and theater of mind. If that's not your cup of tea, that's understandable, but I hope you stick around, because with these assholes, hilarity is bound to take place. Now, we start our adventure in a hall of royal proportions, where an individual finds it fit to yell at the crown. I swear, Thorodol, you'll regret this decision. Arodia will not take this standing down. This will mean war, I tell you. You Lord have been saying that for years. It's empty threats. It's a paper tiger, as the She-Wens say. Be gone before I have you executed or escorted out. Slowly makes their way out. A bit of a huff. And as they make their exit out, one of the guards by the door pulls it open and... Now introducing Leo Sewn of the Order of Carbonia.
This would be the place where I get to introduce my character. Stepping through the door is a steel wall of a man, clad full in half plate of shimmering steel, as he cordially walks through, nodding to the guards in gratitude.
They nod back at you.
Before continuing on, kind of like respectfully keeping a steady gait as he walks down the hall, approaching the throne.
You see before you King Thorodol and his wife Queen Augustina. Both stalwart individuals who have run Mezia for years to much profit and much prosperity.
Taking a slow bow, holding it there for a minute, probably a little bit too longer than necessary, but that's alright. Before rising again, and
Your Royal Highness, I must extend my thanks to you for allowing me to appear before you today.
It is always a pleasure to have a knight at our court, especially one of the Order of Carbonia. Your order is quite famous in these lands.
Yes, I see the reputation of my order precedes me in this royal hall of yours.
I admit I took it as a bit of a shock when I received an offer of diplomacy from your order, and it's something I definitely have interest in.
Yes, I am aware that knights of my kind are rarely seen in these lands.
And with the threats of hostility from Arodia and the ongoing war between Arodia and the She-Wen dynasty,
Talks of shadows and lurking menaces, none of which could ever escape to any corner of the earth and be free from our knightly order.
it is good to hear. It is likely I will need your assistance with such things.
It is I offer you my service, and as well as the service of any other knights belonging to the Order of Carbonia, for now and forever. For I believe you and we both share a similar end goal, which is returning this land to times of peace instead of war. My order has deemed it advantageous to side with your kingdom, as loyalty, diplomacy, and of course, dedication to the warrior's way is seconded only by your army.
It is true that we have one of the strongest forces in these lands, in all of Maragaza.
Yes, and strength will hopefully bring a swift end to this war. From this day forward, I am your sword and I am your armor,
King Thorodol gets out of his chair and starts walking towards you.
with only one thing I request in return.
What might that be?
For when my order arrives upon these lands, I wish for them to possess autonomy, to not be part of your army, but acting as a third party. As I will reinstate once again that their dedication and craftsmanship of the blade is rivaled only by your own army. You have enough to worry about, my liege. We can take care of ourselves quite finely.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah, sure. First roll, first roll, first roll, first roll.
Don't fuck it, don't fuck it, don't fuck it.
I won't fuck it. Persuasion!
I do believe that would be probably in the best interest of all involved. Absorbing an entire order into one's forces is a way to breed misgivings. Now, if you'll take a knee, good Sir Knight.
Yep, Leosthane follows suit.
Do you swear to uphold the honor and stability of Mezia and to bring her prosperity and to defend her people?
By the very heart of Carbonia, I swear it.
Then on your oath as a knight, I accept your fealty.
My liege, I am overflowing with purpose. Now tell me, what should my first task be?
Seek out individuals to help you and to investigate the town of Pine's Rest. I've heard tellings and misgivings of spirits, bandits, and undead of all things, and I haven't the troops to spare to investigate it myself.
Yes. By my blade and resourcefulness their wrath shall be quelled. Now I believe it is time for me to go. I should not keep your other speakers waiting, of course.
I have other matters to attend to, but if I may make a suggestion, if you're looking for other individuals to help you, might I suggest visiting the Royal's Rest?
The Royal's Rest?
Mercenaries and sellswords tend to frequent that place.
Of course. You're speaking of the tavern, correct?
Yes, the one of more prominent in
Yes,
the
I do
city.
believe I passed by on the way here, and it seems like a popular place for those sorts. Once I make my nutter out to the Order, I think I shall visit there. Do take care now.
Take care, and may the gods watch over your journey.
Toodaloo.
And with that, Leosthane promptly and swiftly makes his way out of the King's Hall.
Can I have all of you roll a d6 for me really quick?
Sure thing. Ah, yes, this is the tavern the king spoke about, correct?
As you do see a sign hanging on the outside. It says, "The Royal's Rest," and there's a crown set above it.
This would seem like... If I still had my instrument with me, this would be the perfect place to perform.
As he places a hand against the door and pushes it open.
The door's right here, right?
What? That's not the door?
That's the window you just tried to come through.
That's the window I jumped through.
Hey, it's
Leosthane climbs into the window.
Hello and welcome.
Hello there.
The door's right there, good Sir Knight.
Oh, you must pardon my helmet. It doesn't exactly allow me the best field of view.
As you can see, the tavern is quite busy, and sounds of drink and cheer are heard throughout.
It's very loud in here.
Oh, yes, it's been very busy as of late.
Is there some place that I could inquire about any sort of tasks, perhaps?
You want to talk to Frank at the counter?
Yes, if there are deeds that need to be done around here, I would like to find myself something to work on, as well as a group who I may canoodle with, so to speak.
I'm sure if you wait around long enough, someone will show. We do get quite a few people of interesting profession around here.
Now, is there a place that I can put up my feet, for I will not be ordering anything at the bar, or I will not be needing a table?
Just take a seat wherever there's one available.
Alright, I will.
Where did she point?
Over here.
Okay. Ew, I love a good notice. Kind of making his way gingerly through the crowd. Is going to peer at the notice board. What sort of things are in the happening? What sort of tasks are in the need of completing?
The typical fare of goblins here, just appearances there.
Yep. Go take care of someone's sheep for a night, that sort of deal.
As you peruse the notices, another figure enters in.
Hey, yo.
Hello, good sir. How can I help you?
Is this one of those bars that I need to check my weapons at the door or something?
Not at all.
Alright. I'm just heading to the quest board then. Maybe grab a beer on the way.
We do have quite a good brew, sir. This woman here just kind of falls over in her chair. Just looking at her, you can tell she's fucking sloshed.
Leo Sane is gonna kind of like dart to kind of like help her up back onto her seat and like.
Easy there, easy there.
Your armor's pretty. So shiny. So shiny.
Yes, yeah. Go ahead and touch it. See how smooth it
Yeah,
is.
she's just patting her armor.
Okay, that's enough of that now. Do have a good day.
And Leo Sane is going to return to the notice board.
Anything in particular you're looking for?
There's something to do and someone to do it with.
I'm not sure if you have the right establishment for that, sir.
Oh, I'm only just jesting with you. I'm talking about the notice board.
Yes, of course. Just the usual affairs of late, nothing particularly interesting.
I may as well wait around. It seems like something particularly interesting may happen sooner or later in this town. This place is quite jiving, as it were.
Yes, it's been particularly busy as of late.
Oh, is there something going on? Any reason?
Well, the anniversary of the king's marriage is coming up, don't you know?
Oh, yes, the king's marriage. Yes, of course, I was briefed on the history and festivals, dates of all the sorts of going-ons in this town before I arrived here.
I'll tell ya, as soon as those two took the throne, things improved around here quite a bit. We owe them quite a lot. So it's always good to celebrate with our levels.
As do I. As of this day, I've been newly appointed knight to be serving underneath them. I belong to the Order of Carbonia. We operate from overseas.
Carbonia, huh? Oh, it's one of those knights. Strange outlaw. It's interesting, you're well known around here, yet we barely ever see your kind.
Well, it's a wide world out there, with malice in every nook and cranny of it. It is rare that any of my order get out this far, as there are a lot of issues, as you can imagine, in the immediate surrounding. But, of course, our order, we do pride ourselves in being thorough when it comes to our... Yes, across the entire surface of Argent. I have just sent out a sort of letter of recommendation that, we've been given the go-ahead to conduct our work here. We'll be sending a message out back across the sea to my operating partners, I guess.
Well, very good for you.
Hopefully, in the soon future, you'll be seeing a lot more of us around here.
He just kind of tilts his head at you as you keep...
Yes.
Just a moment. One
last thing. My name is Sir Leo Thane. But you could just call me Leo. You don't have to worry about the formalities or anything.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Sir, what can I get for you? Looks over at you, Mikey.
Beer.
Alright.
And he's just gonna start mumbling back in some...
Oh, my good sir. Pardon my interruption, but what language was that you were just speaking?
Just goblin, don't worry about it.
Ah, yes, Goblin. I must not have recognized the accent, of course. I am unfamiliar to these lands. How do you do?
Could be worse.
Could be a lot better as well.
Let me through, please. Frank, I am desperate need of your assistance. What is it this time? Listen, I need to get the shipment to Pine's Rest by order of the Count, but I have no escort, as previous one I was supposed to have got drunk and fell off a cliff.
My word, is he alright?
He fell off a cliff, good Sir Knight. I don't think he's alright.
We should go check up on him. Where did he fall?
Just about...
At this,
Leo
Leo Sane shoots up out of his seat.
He's already been taken care of. Problem is, I don't have an escort, and I have only 3 days to get this ship to Pine's Rest. As my order of the counter, you know how Count Dugan can be.
Was it Breakwater Point? That thing's a fucking 40-foot drop into the rocks.
Well, in that case,
And at this point, Leo Sane takes a bow.
Sir Leo Thane, how may I be of your service?
I could use one, yes.
Great. At what time do we depart?
I'll try to take care of the posting as early as the morning, if possible. Morwen's my name.
Excellent. I shall gather a crew, and we will be there.
Very well.
Early as possible.
You and whoever else you get, a lot of you together, I'd pay 500 gold for the escort. 500 royals.
What exactly is it that we are going to be escorting, if you do not mind me prying?
Just essential, just luxury cargo, the personal order from the count.
You say?
Yeah.
To the count?
Yes, Count Dugan, the overseer of the Pines Rest area.
Oh, yes.
If you put together a team and help me out with this escort, I'd be willing to pay, as I said, pay 500 royals to a lot of you as well as
By the heart of Carbonia it shall be!
Edge Lord. Edge Lord.
I'm not that edgy, dang it.
Can I help you, lad?
Kind of thanks. Nah, I'm good. Just new to the area.
Well, if there's information you want to talk to Frank at the bar.
That is a weird name.
He comes from over the sea.
He'll squeeze, through these, chairs so he doesn't pass behind that lady and plop himself here, not even, paying attention to the people on the other side
So far,
of
the
him.
best characterization of all three of these characters that we've gotten so far is how do they try to move past the drunk lady?
Yes.
Hello there. How can we help you?
Yeah, I've changed for a, pulls out a gold
What's the
piece.
crown?
Thank you. New area.
She accepts it and she digs in her pouch for a bit and hands you back 9 stags and 9 pennies. Let us know if you need anything else, alright? She kind of looks you up and down, gives you a wink, and walks off.
I think at this point, Leah Sane is motioning over to Frank.
Frank, my good fellow.
Oh, yes.
Could I see that notice board for a minute? And something to write with as well.
Yes, a moment. You said you want something to write with?
Yes.
Right, well.
I'd like to pin a notice for the mission for my good friend here.
Ah, right. In relation to that, I'll tack it right to it. Hand you a piece of paper and a charcoal pencil.
To all of whom who are looking for a daring mission, please find Sir Leo's thing. Smile.
Smile.
And he's also going to sketch a small picture of himself giving a thumbs up.
What else?
Payment will be 500 crowns, split among the volunteers.
I'm gonna put it up on the notice board.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll join you on that if you'll take me. Nothing better up there.
Perfect.
You're a new face around here.
Yeah, words escape me.
Let
on
me
this
guess.
one.
Fresh off the boat, first time in Mezia.
I've been around, just new area. Any sort of, issues lately?
Well, if you want something that pays well and was literally just posted, that merchant down the way is looking for people to escort him in his cart.
At this point, Leah Sane is definitely clasped Mikey's character on the shoulder,
Yes, perfect. You and I say combined, we shall be fierce enough to ward off any bandit who attempts getting at the Duke's goods. If any shall attempt, I will have to proclaim them twice the bandits than I, courageous warrior.
And with that, another face appears in the doorway.
They just kind of walk in the door, kind of eyeing the place.
Hello, miss. How can I help you?
Just looking around.
Alright. There should be free seats at the bar if you wish to rest your legs. Yeah, beer is cold and the food is hot, and the beds are nice.
Over the kind of the stirring clamor of the tavern, you can hear Leah's thing shouting.
Yes, I proclaim them twice the more bandits than I, a brave knight.
He is very
Kind
loud.
of avoid the loud night.
I love it.
Bar.
Hello, miss. What can I get for you today?
Ale would be fine.
Alright.
Is there any information on jobs?
Actually, a job was just posted by the merchant there. I guess it's an escort job from here to Pines Rest. 3 days journey, and the pay is good.
Could be worse.
Kind of Leah's saying at this point has both the merchant clasped around the shoulder and Mikey's character clasped around the shoulder is kind of like pulling them in.
Like, now, come on, let's celebrate with drinks on me to a future successful mission. Those
Yeah, I'll
goods
take
will
free
be...
booze.
Yes, those goods of yours, they shall arrive safely.
That's good.
By my word, it shall be.
Count Dugan is a man that is not to be displeased. He's foul of temperament.
They just kind of lean across the bar to the barmaid. Is that Knight a part of it?
He's the one that posted a request for a party to form.
Can I get a shot of something hard with the drink?
I've got just a thing, and don't tell Frank, but it's on me.
Appreciated.
She walks into the back and comes back out and sets down a bottle and a shot glass in front of you. The bottle is a crimson red in color, and the stopper at the top is in the shape of a dragon head. This here is Dragonfire whiskey. The strongest thing we have.
Wonderful. Thank you. I'll pour myself a drink, and I will down that.
Could you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Yeah, sure.
It hits you fucking hard. Like, it just sears your throat going down, and you already feel a bit a buzz.
I'll set the shot glass down and kind of push the bottle across the bar back to her. Perfect.
Frank, a round of drinks over here. Something hot, something with good body, but mellow. Something to help soothe my stressed out fellows here, after all. Both of you know that stress does not treat the aging body kindly. I assure you that your job will be a job well done.
We have a good fresh honey mead just for that.
Excellent. I'll take a round.
And Leosane will pay for that.
For the lot of you, that'll be 6 stacks. Each one in front of you.
Don't worry about the change. You can go ahead and keep it.
Thank you very much, Sir Knight. The barmaid looks at you, Cat, and it's like, good luck.
Thanks, I will need this at this rate.
I don't think I've got your name yet.
It's, Karan. I was trying to ask you earlier, has there been any, stories of attacks by things that go bump in the night, or things like that?
I haven't heard anything official, but rumor has it there's been a spirit sighted in the woods around Pine's Rest. Spirit in the shape of a wolf. As well as reports of undead in the area as well.
As long as you don't go into their territory, most undead will leave you alone. Kind of does a little bit of a side eye look over to where like, the chuckle came from, and just back to Frank, just yeah, no,
You look kind of like a fish out of water and probably in need of some coin. And if it's Pine's Rest you want to head towards, you might want to take up with that knight there. They'll be heading that way as well. You'd have a good escort and the pay is good. And I'll get you closer to take a look if you wish.
takes a sip of his water. Yeah, no, that's probably a better idea than what I was thinking. Plus, safety in numbers.
Tharafin will come up, just kind of tap the merchant.
Yes, hello? Hello?
I hear you're looking for an escort.
Yes, me and the knight and the bugbear and whoever else are trying to get together a group to escort some luxury goods to Pine's Rest for the Count.
I see. I am well trained. I am capable.
You're hired.
Right. I'll be over there.
Very well.
And go back to the end of the bar.
At this point, Leo is kind of like quieted down a bit, and is just kind of like looking awkwardly at the mug of mead in front of him.
I do believe I have gotten a bit ahead of myself yet again. I remember that I did not drink.
I'll drink it for you.
Ah, yes. Thank you very much for taking care of this awkward situation for me. What can I call you, by the way?
Oh, my name's Ractic. That's what
Ractic.
everyone calls me, anyway.
Well, I look quite forward to working with you come morrow. What say you that we, once we have the rest of the group, so to speak, that we go out looking for maybe any sort of supplies?
And then I just grab the mug in front of Leo and I just straight down it.
You
in one
just
shot.
pound it down. Can you make a
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh yeah, sure. Fuck.
You kind of choke on it a little bit, and it's like,
Oh, hey. Sorry,
Probably
down
the
there.
beer
That's
I had
meant to be
before
something
it.
to mellow you out. Not exactly a partying drink, so to speak. A partying drink. How about one of those? Bartender, a round of them.
a partying drink, you say?
Yes, something to liven this one up.
You want to be
I
lively?
don't think the meat quite agreed with him.
He looks apologetically at Varactic. For the hell, then. He goes to the back and grabs a certain bottle with a dragon head and lays out some shots for you three. Looks over at the boy at Karin. Do you want in on this?
I'll pass on the alcohol. I was always taught that that's not a great idea if you're going on a mission or anything. Which, if you have more space over there, I believe they called you Sir Knight. I would be glad to offer some assistance.
Yes, of course. Come sit with us.
I'll be okay over here.
Oh, no, I insist. Come on.
Yes.
If you're not going over here, Leah's gonna go over there and sit between you two.
I think that's what's gonna happen.
These shots are getting lonely. Tell me, boy, do you drink?
Occasionally, but I will not be drinking tonight, unfortunately.
Very well. I think Phylactic here will be pleased to hear that.
As he kind of like Leah's saying, will shove the shots back over to his side of the bar.
Hell yeah.
You're gonna kill him!
He's going to fucking die. This is it. It's over.
He's gonna go berserk.
Shotgun it, I dare you.
I'm doing it.
As he does that, he's gonna ask Frank,
What exactly is this stuff anyway?
Well, that's Dragon's Fire whiskey. And Varactic, as you do that, please make a Constitution saving throw with disadvantage.
Yeah, I kinda figured that was
I'm
coming.
prepared to lay on hands.
21.
Holy shit, you might not need it.
I love this shit.
Well, it is good to see you in such high spirits.
And looking back over to you, Richard.
I do not believe I caught your name. It is. You have to, excuse me, it is quite loud in here.
The name is, Karan. And he will offer a hand for a handshake.
Yes. Firmly.
You would think that this scrawny-looking guy, would have a weak handshake. No, it's actually good. Strong.
Very well. Leosthay nods in respect and
At
recognition.
that moment, that there's a bit of a noise from the door as 4 more individuals make their appearance.
All right. So first and foremost, what you see is the door opens and there is a group which enters, sort of surrounding this sort of like diminutive, glowing woman with like bright blue hair who has a flat look on her face and is just gazing around at the place. In the back is this bubbly, energetic child with a big sword who's kind of just bouncing up and down and pulling along this older, sort of grizzled-looking knight. This man is taking the front of the group, and he looks to the barmaid and he just says,
Hello, madam. Would you happen to have any lodging available for the evening?
All of our rooms are available right now, actually.
Excellent.
They're all single rooms, but
Hestovich. The man gets his collar pulled down.
Yes, madam.
What is this?
An inn. We're sleeping.
No. Listen here, I don't think you understand. We're not sleeping here. Not in this underbelly, bottom barrel little place. I would rather walk all the way back to Pinesworth than sleep here. Capiche?
With all due respect, Princess. This is the 5th inn we've tried for the night. If we don't sleep here, we'll be sleeping on the streets. And Sir Vardark would not want to carry you, I don't believe. Can you put up with it just for one night? I assure you the beds are more comfortable. You can take one all to yourself, of course. We'll leave you alone.
Sure, whatever. The like knight figure just kind of walks in and comes on, clunks past.
Yes, I think we'll take your finest room if you don't mind.
Well, just speak to Frank at the counter and he'll take care of you. And the drunken woman looks up at this individual here.
He kind of side eyes at her.
You're pretty. Are you free tonight?
Too old for you, lady.
He kind of pushes her to the side.
Maybe I like him a little older.
Trust me. No, you don't.
Ooh, you're no fun.
What? Wait, like what older? Huh? She kind of peeks her head around and looks up at the drunken lady.
You'll find out when you get older.
Anything worth telling doesn't need age as a... What's she talking about? The bigger knight guy just starts pulling her along.
Don't put your nose where you don't want it to be, kid.
Skip's like looking back at the door where the other two are, slowly making their way around. I have a question.
Yes.
What's the cleanliness of this place?
It is actually very clean.
Okay. Miss Princess is making sure not to touch anything and is staying at least an inch or two away from every single person in every single chair. Just kind of like tiptoeing around, just like, ew, gross. Oh, fuck.
You know, many would consider you to be gross as well.
Did that disrespectful man just walk into the fire?
Excuse you, and just who the hell do you think you are? She yells into the fireplace.
There's no one in there.
Did Hestovich see?
Did either of you two see that?
Yes, yes, you did.
What?
We will reprimand him after a night's sleep. Come on. Don't need to be making a scene. Excuse me, pardon me. So terribly sorry. Hello.
Yes, hello. How can I help you?
We're just looking to purchase a room for the night.
Alright.
As you're talking, Leose is going to jump up out of his chair and kind of push past her.
As I... Come back here, you villain! What do you escaping to this fireplace? Go back here and apologize to this lady right now!
She's gonna push Leo's thing to the side, like, just a little bit up, just like, get out of my way. I am looking in the... This is my fireplace. Go get your own goddamn
He's gonna
fireplace.
reach into the fire with his arms.
Oh my god!
I've got you now!
The fire?
Where do you think you're escaping to?
The fire
He's
is
reaching his arms into the fire.
See, here's where the odd thing happens. The fire is remarkably cool. And for a moment, you see the flames turn green and form into a middle finger.
Ah, I've got you now.
He's gonna try to grab at the wrist of the middle finger.
Excuse me, sir. Are you a knight?
Oh, yes. Apologies for, rushing
Excellent,
past
wonderful.
you there.
No, that's perfectly fine. I command you to go find that man and contain him. Now! And she points at him.
I do believe...
Leo is going to like push further into the fireplace. Is it just like a solid wall?
Yes. And it's starting to get warm in there as well.
I do believe whatever hidden passageway that villain passed through is now closed behind him.
Bastard.
Barkeep!
Who the hell does he think he is?
Leo's gonna yell over to Frank.
It appears you're being called, so go right on ahead. I can wait.
Hestovich, like, holds a hand over his chest, just like...
This is going to be a long night.
Barkeep! Is there any hidden passageways behind this here fireplace?
Not at all. Why do you ask?
Well, I just watched a man pass straight through, clear as day.
Head pokes in. What you looking at?
What, man?
A man just walked into this fireplace.
Really?
There hasn't been anyone over there all
Yes,
day.
I've been tasked with going after him.
As much as I would like to
I do humbly
dismiss the
apologize.
absurdity, yes. And he had the audacity to flip me off on the way out.
I do humbly apologize, it seems like the man has gotten away.
This, like, kid with the sword just immediately upon hearing that is just like... How dare he? Where did he go? Fire?
At this point, Sir Leo's Thane is gonna stand up like straight again and like bow.
I am Sir Leo's Thane. So what do I owe you, my good lady?
Oh, yes, I'm sure that you've heard of me.
Aside from tracking and capturing that villain, of course.
The night has been rather rambunctious, and of course I would not mind reminding you. Sing Still a Storm, Princess of Stormhaven.
Oh, goodness. My princess.
He's gonna bow even lower.
She just kind of like holds her hand under her chin, like enjoying the praise as this girl is looking in the fire and is inspecting it for secret passages. Can I do an insight or like an investigation or something?
Yeah, roll investigation.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. The fire seems still somewhat cold as you reach through it. It's starting to warm up, but you feel around the back. You feel something odd, and you take hold of it and pull it out. You pull out a rose.
Huh. That's weird. Guys, look what I found. She holds up the rose.
I'd like to cast Detect Magic.
It has a magical signature, but it's fading rather quickly.
Leosain rubs his chin. Helmet. Chin.
Oh, and the fire is radiating magic at the moment. Like,
Is it also fading on the fire?
yeah, it's slowly fading as well, and you also feel the temperature over in that area start to rise as well.
Let's see. I'm gonna pull this up real quick just to take a look at it. What school of magic?
It would be conjuration, I believe.
If you would allow me.
Leosain is going to offer to take the rose to look at it a bit closer.
She will gingerly hand it to the tall knight.
Yes. Very odd. I do not know what the significance of this flower is, but it would seem that that man escaped through some sort of portal.
Sir Leostein?
Yes, yes.
May I have the flower back?
Oh, of course, yes, I am done looking at it now. Here you go.
She takes the rose and then she turns to Sigs and she's just like, "My lady, I think this would look lovely in your hair if you would allow me." And Sigs just like blinks, looks at her. "No, that's been in a fireplace. And it's probably made of who knows what type of magic. And what are you on about? No.
Do be careful with who you show that rose to. We don't know if it could be some sort of calling card. Anything of that sort of deal.
Like for like an assassin?
Yes, like a signifier of no goods and bandits and thieves and ne'er-do-wells.
Oh, I don't have time for this. I'm exhausted. Hestovich, where are our rooms?
Yes, we were talking about that. We do have 10 single bed rooms available. I'm sorry, 8 rooms available.
I'll take 2 rooms just for the night.
That'd be 2 crowns.
Alright, the man's gonna pass that over.
Thank you very much. Up upstairs, first 2 rooms on your left.
I do want to say that this man at the bar has, at this point, ordered a mug of ale of some sort.
Ah, yes. How do you do, my good knight?
He kind of looks up towards you. Scarred face kind of narrows.
Don't see many of your type around here.
Can I do like a little history check to see if I can determine what order of knights he belongs to?
There is an insignia on his pauldron. If you can identify that with a history, I think that would be very doable. Oh my god!
First credit of the game!
Yeah, seems to be the symbol of a Knight of the Storm Guard.
Noted.
They're an order of knights that specifically protect, because of that credit I'm going to give you a little bit, a city in the northern mountains called Stormhaven, which is well known to be an indestructible juggernaut of a stronghold. The knights are fierce, battle-worn, excellent at dealing with vicious and unforgiving environments and climates. They're not seen as ones to fuck with. And with the crit, I would also say you would notice that this insignia is a little different from just a standard storm guard. It seems that he's a royal guard.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, well then. To what do I owe you?
Sir Vardak. Pleasure to meet you,
Sir Leo's thing.
You seem like a titles type. Am I correct?
When I'm around those who, do have interests in sharing their titles, then yes.
Yeah, we'll keep it at that.
He kind of like elbows a thumb back towards the boisterous woman who's still like investigating the fireplace. And just says,
I'm just here to keep that one safe.
Planning on sticking around for overlong then?
We're just passing through.
Just passing through it is then. Well, I look forward to perhaps seeing you again. From this day forward, I, and perhaps others belonging to my very same own order, will be operating in these lands.
I see.
can I try and do the same insight on you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sir Vardark, being the astute and knowledgeable and very resourceful man that he is, you know that the Order of Carbonia is very well world-renowned, but rarely seen. Knights belonging to this order are few and far in between. They value their autonomy. They are trained from birth, essentially. They are very well disciplined, if sometimes a bit of a wild card, but the ways of the order are indeed mysterious and known best by those who actually belong to it. It is rumored that the blood of dragons runs through their veins.
Well met, Sir Leosthane. It's been quite some time since I last saw one of the Order of Carbonia in these parts. What brings you to Mezia?
We have heard word of the brutal and bloody war that is being fought here on this continent. And my order deemed it so that our support offered towards this kingdom would help sway the battle and bring a swift end to it, so that peace can once again return.
Alright.
He just kind of nods.
Yes, it is a matter simply overflowing with purpose as we speak. You keep safe now.
Yeah. You may be overflowing with purpose, but I am overflowing with exhaustion. Nothing another round wouldn't fix, though. Hey, barkeep. 2 more, please. 1 for me, 1 for the night.
Okay.
Can all of you make a perception check for me really quick?
No
All
problem.
of us? Do I have to make 4?
Yes.
Okay. That
Well, mine's a
one's
22.
for the
Nice.
dork.
Well, those of you who rolled higher than 14 notice an orb appear over here. It makes some bit of noise, it's kind of hard to hear. And you see these 2 guards here look at each other, grab their muskets, and run out the door.
Okay.
Yes, it is. As long as you all are within my presence, you can best be assured that the princess will be kept safe, and this entire tavern will also be kept safe, as long as Sir Leosthane is here to protect.
I'm gonna take these 2 idiots up the stairs.
Alright.
Oh, okay.
You got rooms here? Hey, yo.
This bitch is just like,
Now, I know this isn't exactly the accommodations that you want, my lady, but I hope that you'll find these rooms comfortable.
and she's just kind of looking around like, this place is small. This place is really small. Are you sure you got the best one? He will push open a door and just say,
Well, if it may be small, at least you will have this space all to yourself, my lady. The prime royal suite.
I'm gonna deceptionist him to completely lie. This is not a royal suite. He was never told anything of the sort, but he's gonna say it's a royal suite. She's just gonna shrug and just be like, I guess it beats sleeping on the streets. Whatever. Ugh. Wood.
There is a wardrobe and a writing desk.
Alright, she's just gonna sit down and start setting down her things. The kid's gonna run along and just be like, should I go get Sir Bardock?
He'll be fine. He knows how to not push himself too far.
Okay. Well then, I wanna get some training done before the night's over, so, I'm gonna run out to the field that we saw on the way here. Is that good?
Yes, I think my lady wishes to retire for the night. She seems rather tense from the day's travels, as well as the
his face just kind of droops.
Multiple inns that we made quite the ruckus at. Hopefully things will just settle down here, yes. If you need me, I'll be in my quarters.
And he's going to push open this door, step in.
I'm the Glopgo Gapgo Lab, the
Starts running and pushing through everyone. She's just like, Jed, I'm gonna go out and practice a little bit, things that you were teaching me about, okay? I'll be back real quick. Master Cylindril says that he's in his quarters if you need.
Okay, good. You know where to find me.
Right. She's gonna head outside.
Alright.
And she's going to, like, sort of walk around this way and try and find, like, an open area to start practicing some sword fighting.
Alright.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I hate
the mind.
I hate
the brain.
that. I
brain.
really hate that.
Wait. Does this make
Yes, this is the reaction I wanted.
It's got a little face now.
Oh my god.
Someone needs to draw a hyper-realistic eyeball right here. From the side view.
I can still see it.
Only
Yes.
I have the brains to rule
Yes.
over Lilac.
Yes! Callie, can you make another perception check for Aster?
Yeah, sure, I can totally do that. Walking along. Yep. Yep. Yep, that is exactly correct.
You step in a puddle, but everything's alright. Just continue on your way.
Takes off her boot, starts bouncing on one foot, shaking it out, getting the water out.
Towards the city gate. Two guards do stop you at the gate. Excuse me, miss, but if you're heading out, the gates are going to be locked for the night in about 2 hours.
That should be enough time. I'm just going out to the field. I won't be long.
Alright.
Thank you. She just kind of waves to them.
Jack, get out of her way. Okay, Daniels. Jeez.
Oh no, it's them. It's them.
Yes, and you make your way out. You do pass by a little stream, but you come across your a nice little clearing, a nice field.
Perfect. She stops in the field, finds herself a good-looking tree, a hefty tree, and then hefts off of her back a blade that looks far too big for her twiggy little body, and hefts it up, smiles. All right, just you and me and the princess's honor tree. Which one of us is gonna come out on top? Let's find out. And yeah, she's gonna start training.
Roll initiative.
All right, let's go. Bring it. You're no match for me. I am the sworn knight of the Dilish Storms, Aster Cotswain. I've been training my whole life for this moment, she says, narrowing her eyes at the tree.
Oh, man.
Should I make an attack roll at the tree?
Yes.
She hefts the blade, sort of running in, doing a horizontal sideways slash. Go! Frostbite! She yells out.
Yes, we're doing this.
Okay, I'm gonna lose to a tree, guys. That doesn't even hit the tree, does it?
No.
As it, like, thunks into the wood. You're good.
You stumble towards the tree, and almost as if a force drags you towards it.
Wait, what?
Does a,
Explain yourself?
Does a 16 hit you?
Explain yourself? What? Yes?
You just kind of stumble forward, you bonk your head against the tree for 2 damage.
Yes, okay. She just, like, rubs her head where there's a growing welt. Oh, playing dirty, I see. Alright. She's going to swing back around and backslash the tree with her sword.
Roll. Yes, that will hit.
Fuck yeah, 4 damage to the tree.
You bring your sword around and you slam it into a tree and it cuts in deep. And you're like the sound of like this wood just creaking.
Don't count me out yet, she whispers to herself.
At that moment that you hear a creaking and a cracking sound, and you look up, a part of a branch just broke off? What?
Oh shit.
Does an 8 hit you?
No.
You accurately dodge to the side as the branch falls next to you.
I see. You've got magical spells too. Well, I've got one more secret up my arsenal. She kind of closes her eyes, starts twirling around, takes a deep breath, and just starts to feel all the leaves around her, the breeze rolling through this place, and she is going to try and do a strike at it with her eyes closed.
Oh, you hit it, but you hit it with the flat of the blade, it does shit. And the reverberations move up the tree, and you hear rustling. No, wait, those are wings. What the fuck? There's some birds in this tree, they're flying at you!
She opens one of her eyes. Oh shit! She like covers her face reflexively.
Does a 19 hit you?
Jesus Christ, Crow! Yes!
You get crowed for 2 damage.
She takes a step back. Step back. Step back. Breathing heavily at this point. Alright. You're good. Focus, Aster. You got this. I'm gonna use my second wind.
Okay, that's good.
And I am going to dive in and rush it again. Sweeping around with my sword.
That'll hit.
Fuck yeah.
You strike deep into the tree, and the tree seems to shiver for a moment, and then it goes still.
It goes still. Defeated as the monster. No problem.
What kind of boss loot would we get from a tree?
You get a sturdy branch.
Fuck yeah, I take the branch. It's my loot now. This is my best friend now.
And 50 XP.
Wait, really?
Yes, really.
Yo. I'm halfway to level 2, guys.
Your wood cutting is going to be so high.
I'm gonna be so good at fighting trees. Oh my fucking god, I love that!
And, you know what? Just because I think it's fucking funny, and this is not really a serious game, at least not at the moment, in the future, you have advantage fighting plant-based enemies.
Yo, really? Okay, I'm gonna put that down. Training.
With that, we'll return to the tavern.
I'm so happy with that.
Will the rest of you be needing rooms?
Well, I think I have about found my, our troop for the mission come tomorrow morning. Yes, I think a place to rest would be quite lovely.
Alright, rooms, there should be about 6 rooms left, and 1 crown apiece.
Alright.
I'm assuming you have places to stay. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I do. I'll be out here in a bit.
Yes. Looking forward to seeing you once more.
Is this you, Sir Leosthane?
Jed points at the cute little chibi drawing of a knight on the help wanted board.
Yes, I am.
Speaking of that, when are we meeting up for that again?
Tomorrow morning.
At
daybreak.
Daybreak, yes.
Yeah, alright, which gate?
The west gate.
Yeah, I'll
gate.
be there.
Big door.
Jed puts a hand under his chin.
As much as the old man probably doesn't want to admit it, we are running a bit low on funds. Could you use one more?
Is he offering to bunk with the boy, or does he
join the
want to, like,
quest?
pay for a room?
Join the quest. He wants to join the quest.
Hey yo! Leo's saying is sweating underneath his helmet.
Why, it would be the utmost honor to have you with us. I think our merchant friend here would be quite willing to take you along.
Is the thing fangirling?
This dude's like a celebrity knight. I can totally get why. Jed just kind of shrugs.
Yeah, if you got space for it. If you don't, it's fine.
No, please. I insist you join us. Brave knight.
Well,
cheers.
He holds up his glass.
It'll be an honor serving alongside a Knight of Carbonia. Cheers.
I'll give it a little.
Clink. Little.
As Leo's saying, like, looks down into his mug, sweating again. It's like, come on, you have to drink it, you have to drink it, you have to drink it. It would be dishonorable if you don't drink it.
Frank looks at you, Leo, saying, gives you a knowing smile, and places a straw in front of you.
Frank, you are my hero.
I'm not known as the best barkeep in Mezia for no reason.
Here we go. To courage and victory come daybreak.
Barbie looks at you, Seraphine. How about you? Will you be taking a room?
That would be appreciated.
Alright, that'd be 1 crown.
They'll place a crown.
Right, your room will be the first one on the right. And hands you your key.
They'll just kind of take the key and kind of slide it into their sleeve.
Frank goes up to Karan as well. How about you, young lad? Are you taking a room?
You said that it would be a crown, yes? Yeah, room would probably be a good idea.
He accepts your money and hands you your key. Second room on the right.
Ah yes, I forgot to ask you, Frank. In which room will I be staying?
Third room on the left.
Third room on the left. You got it.
And he'll also place a gold down on the counter.
It seems like activity is beginning to slow a bit in the tavern.
Over time, a couple people have left.
I will be out on town, looking for the few places that are still open at this hour to gather some last-minute supplies.
What's your name, sir?
He looks over to the merchant.
You're the one who asked for this quest, right?
Moen. What may I call you?
You can call me Jed. Or Sir Vardock. Either works. So what you taking?
Some luxury goods. The Count over in Pine's Rest put in the order, and I need to be there within 3 days.
He raises an eyebrow.
Dugan?
Mm-hmm. He is not a man to be disappointed, as you probably already know.
Indeed.
Could you make a history check for me?
Sure thing.
You've encountered Dugan before, on a couple occasions. And you know him as being powerful, yet a bit heavy-handed in using that power. He's a rude, misogynistic, just asshole of a man. You know he's been in power in the Pines Rest area for the past 15 years. Since he's taken charge, taxes have gone up quite a bit, and people don't quite like him very much.
Gotcha. So he's not exactly... Alright.
And he tends to use the funds not towards town projects, but to throwing lavish parties for himself and his compatriots.
Well, Marwyn, the princess would like to see the Count, so I suppose I can use this as an excuse to forewarn him of our visit.
Frank, another shot of that dragon whiskey. Alright, pours it, he pays him, hands it to you, Jed. Good fucking luck.
Thanks, I'll need it.
He takes a long sip. You want me to make a con save?
Yes, please.
Alright.
It burns going down, and you do get a good buzz off of it, but it's satisfying.
Alright. He looks around. What time is it? What does it feel like?
About maybe 10, 11-ish.
Should the kid be back by now?
Yeah, Esther would probably be back by now, yeah.
He's just kind of looking around for her.
She walks in, carrying her branch.
Yeah.
A victorious look on her face.
Sits down, sets down the branch, smiles, looks up to him, kind of like leans her elbow on the, bar.
You're looking way too proud of yourself. What did you do?
Nothing, just what you told me to do. I got the routine down, and I got a prize.
You notice that she's covered in just a big bruise on her forehead and a whole bunch of, peck marks all over her.
You look like the apple orchard attacked you, kid.
Well, to be fair, I attacked the apple orchard first. So, she, scratches her nose. I think it was kind of warranted. Anyway, yeah. Training's all done for the night, sir. You want me to get your bags and bring them up to the room or anything?
That's fine. I'm gonna probably stay here and drink a little bit more. And head to bed. A little bit. Around closing time, probably. Why don't you head upstairs?
She just kind of pouts. She looks to her left. She sees this guy.
Oh no.
What do I see, Richard?
Young. I say young. He's like early 20s. Ah, boy. Tattered cloak. No armor. Fucking, he's wearing a tunic and some pants that look like they are the same color as the tunic. Just kind of a bit of a look on his face as he seems to be like looking from person to person, almost studying them, like curiously.
As you're doing that, you notice that she's staring directly at you, sort of studying you like she's never seen anyone like you before.
They're higher than me. His eyes flash blue.
She immediately, like, breaks eye contact, like, nervously. Oh, you're quickening me, I see, okay.
What's her emotional state like?
You're asking me this question?
Yeah!
There's some irony there. Okay, Pride, a little bit of anxiety, embarrassment, and wounded pride. There's a little bit of wounded pride there.
You also notice something else if you're able to see souls with that.
Yeah.
Her soul is shining brighter than anyone else's in the room.
I look past her. Jed.
His emotional state?
Yeah.
If tired could be an emotion, that's his emotional state.
I'd say exhaustion, probably.
Yeah.
Just, nods.
That and, guess, a little bit of caution. Maybe apprehension is a better word.
Could you make a perception check for me?
No!
You can't quite put your finger on it, but it just looks slightly different. Jedsoul. Not your first time seeing it, but it's definitely much different compared to this bright individual in front of you.
Miss Glowing. And at that moment, she just kind of nervously is like, "Sorry, didn't mean to stare. My bad."
Oh, it's fine. I'm used to it. I'm not from most of these places. I'm a little bit weird. I know.
Oh, you're new in town?
Yes.
So am I.
I could tell the clothes don't really match to what these people, motions like clothes or whatever the normal people this area are wearing. Just, yeah, I don't think either of us really matches the fashion.
I was just looking at your hair. It's like a really pretty color.
Oh, thanks. It's probably because it's from my parents, I think. He looks to his right for a moment and just, I'm not wrong. Shut up. Looks back to her.
Tilts her head, blinks innocently. So what you doing in town?
Just sort of exploring, looking for things that need solving. Typically things that involve the souls, undead, etc. But you lot, I assume, protecting the person that went upstairs?
It is my sworn duty to protect her. I'm training to become a knight. Technically, it's not my sworn duty yet, but it will be. Jed's gonna awkwardly just, like, shove her aside. She, like, awkwardly falls out of the chair. She looks back up at him like, "What?" And he just points at the chair closer to Karan. She looks back up at him. Just, like, angrily narrows her eyes. She sticks her tongue out at him and then just sits down here.
Chuckles. You say it's not your sworn duty yet, but,
Yeah, I haven't done, like, the swearing or the oath or whatever yet, no. I'm still just a man-at-arms.
May not be a sworn duty, but at least it's a goal. Which is just as strong as that.
Yeah, I think so.
See, that's something that he would say. Does a thumb and index finger to his chin, just trying to think of how to word it without sounding like an idiot.
Blank, vacant smile.
On the house, you two.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Oh, is this, She looks at the drink. Is it alcoholic?
No, it's just cider.
Thank you. She grabs it.
Ample juice.
She sips her apple juice happily. Just like smiling. Looks to her side at Karan.
It's made from fresh apples from my favorite tree in the plain nearby.
She sweats.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Hey, there wasn't any apples
Tears
up
like
in that
brimming
tree
in the
you
corner of
picked
her
up,
eyes
was there?
as she like sucks in the juice, just like the fruits of victory. The fruits of victory.
Literally drinking the blood of your enemies.
This only seems to fuel her with more energy.
I guess the best way that he would put this is, a goal is good and well, but don't mistake. I guess the best word he would use is, don't mistake courage for stupidity. Essentially saying, in my words instead of his, know when to pull out, don't get in over your head. Courage is fine and dandy, but knowing when to retreat is better.
She kind of just like tilts her head and looks at him and thinks on that for a second. You know, I think Sir Vardok said something like that once. I know when to pull out. I'm not gonna get in over my head. Besides, this is what I want to do.
Which makes you a lot stronger than some people, at least.
Who are they?
Those that were unable to follow goals, and those that were unfortunately cut down before their time because they did not know when to retreat.
Well, she smirks and she just like holds out a thumbs up with like a dumbass grin. Is like, don't worry about me. I'm not gonna get cut down early. I promise. I'm Aster, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. I am Karan.
Karan?
Yes, so
How do you spell that? She pulls out like a little notebook. I think I've ever heard that name before.
Charon.
Where's it from?
That's a good question. I don't know.
You don't know where your name's from?
Uh,
I thought everyone knew where their name was from. Like, mine's a flower. I'm Aster. It's a little woodland flower. I think my mom just liked wildflowers. I'm not really sure.
I think that kind of like rummages, like puts an arm under the cloak, rummages around, and like pulls out a decent sized piece of parchment, unrolls it, like looks at it. It's a map. Yeah, I have no idea where it would be from. See, they say they're from here, but that doesn't have a name on here. It just there's like locations. Rolls it back up, puts it back underneath.
You don't need to, like, worry about it. You seemed like you didn't... She kind of just, like, looks aside for a second. No offense, you just didn't seem like Common was your first language. So I thought maybe it would be in a different language?
Common is my first language, but I was taught others as well.
Oh, really? Your accent's just very thick.
I blame that of one of my many parents.
Many parents?
Oh, yes, I had a large family. About 7 would call themselves my father, 3 would call me my mother. I had about 17 brothers and sisters, and many cousins.
I mean, I've heard of like poly couples before, but I've never heard of anything that big.
Is that interesting? Yes, I.
This dude has so many dads. 700 dads.
700 ping.
Oh yeah. She's just gonna like kind of softly purse her lips and just be like, "What's it like having that many parents?"
Thinks from staring off into space and kind of refocuses. It's none of them are my biological family, but as their family.
Okay, I see. I get it. Okay. I'm sort of in a similar boat.
Oh.
Kind of looks back at Jed, smiles, and looks back at Karan.
He seems like a great man.
He is. He's really nice. He may seem angry and all serious business and alcohol and whatever. He's a good guy.
Sips the cider, staring at Jed again, and puts
He
it
also
down.
showed me everything I know. She like kind of hefts the funky looking sword. The sword does not look like a normal sword, by the way. That can't be standard, nor can that be good for the structural integrity of the sword, because it's got like a giant bite mark out of it. At least it looks like a bite mark. It might be ornamental. Can't really tell.
Interesting. He kind of like stares at it, just, oh, interesting. I don't really use big weapons myself. I mean, not quite yet, but...
Oh, I see. Are you admiring Frostbite here?
Oh, it has a name. That is an interesting... Does it have a spirit of frost within, or does it freeze you in any solid?
Let's just say you don't want to get hit by it. If you do, then you'll find out. He winks.
Did Aster just in a nicer way say fuck around and find out?
She didn't mean it as a threat.
He didn't take it as one. It's fine.
I love her so much.
I do too.
Kat's character has just been vibing over this entire time, and it's starting to wig me out.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo?
Come talk to me then, Duncan.
Alright, Leo said kicks down the door. No, he doesn't. He's still
Kicks
out
open
shopping.
the window right across from you.
Hey!
I see you.
I see you're not in the plot yet. Wanna get in on this action?
He pulls his cloak to the side a little bit and motions to a faintly red glowing sickle at his waist. That is my current weapon. I mean, I have daggers, but...
Eyes sparkling. She, like, kind of pushes a little bit closer. Ooh. Is that a scythe?
No, it's I mean, it's technically a scythe in a way, but it's technically called a sickle.
Oh, that's so cool.
But, it has a soul bound to it. His name is, Martel.
He kind of blinks, like, gently waves at the scythe. Hello, Martello? Can you hear me?
Oh, yes, he can. He can hear and see everything that eyes can hear and see. He also technically can hear and see anything that he should be able to, and tell me it via a telepathical link. It's a fun thing. He's one of my many family members.
Are your family swords? She just looks at him in awe.
No, I mean, some of them could be if they wanted to. I mean, I could rebind him to a different weapon if he so wanted. Even to a piece of armor if I was wearing some.
What does that make you then? If your family's a bunch of swords, she sort of like gently lifts up like a sleeve. Are you like a blade? Or is
No,
this like a polymorph spell? What's going on here?
No, I'm human.
You're human, really?
Yes.
Huh, me too.
Can't wait to
Humans in general. Maybe that's why I didn't recognize you in real life. Or at least you seemed strange. You seemed. I hope that's not weird.
Oh, no, not weird at all.
You look like really young, but also really old, but also really young, but also really old.
I would blame some of the people that I know for that. Most likely Mattel for the moment. He's pretty old. He used to be an elf.
Used to be? What happened? Did they cut off his ears?
No, he died.
Oh! Do you lose your race when you die?
I mean, whenever you die, they typically tend to just call you a ghost or some form of undead.
I'm sorry, Martel. I did not want to assume. I thought you were alive. She just says this like apologizing to his sleeve.
He just looks to the side and just, you are enjoying this way too much, I swear. Shut up.
I love all these people that are coming out of the kitchen like it was a fucking clown car.
Clown kitchen.
But,
Honk honk.
looks like out the window. It is getting late, so I should probably get to bed if I'm going to keep up my training regimen as I promised.
Wait, you're training too?
As one of my fathers would say, until you die, you train. And even if you die, sometimes you continue training.
Now that's a saying that I can get behind. I agree full-heartedly. Except when it's late and I probably should sleep. But I'm going to be training more in the morning. Do you want to join me?
Sure, that would be fun, but I was going to say, if you're traveling with him,
Gloom, doom, and death look from Jed.
I feel like I'm also helping with that escort mission. As they were saying early, so...
Escort mission? I think I missed that.
Oh yes, there's an escort mission for that merchant that your mentor is drinking with.
Well, she kind of taps like her finger on her chin. I don't want to go too far away from the princess. I think she'd get upset. Also, I want to make sure she stays safe. She's not very good with people.
I could see that from the interactions earlier.
Yeah.
It's something.
She's really nice, though, I promise.
I'll take your word for it. As one of them would say, you cannot judge a person by the looks.
No, you cannot.
So I would say, like, looks past her jet again, remembering like what his emotional state was. Just don't go too overboard, I would say. I think that would make him feel more at ease.
Jed? Is he?
Not.
Do you think he's worrying about me? He does that a lot.
Yes,
Like
he
he
does.
needs to.
He definitely had the aura of someone that
I can take care
is
of
worried.
myself. He's... You know what? I'll go tell him. I'll just say, whatever you're worrying about, and she just kind of turns around. Sir Bardock? Clasp her hands together. Whatever you're worrying about, I guarantee that I have it completely under control. She flips her head down. She spills her drink.
Damn it, you daft girl.
She keeps bowing. She does not notice the spilled drink.
It's alright. Come on, snaps his fingers.
This half-orc woman just pulls out a towel, mops up the...
She starts to try and then it's gone.
She looks at you. Aren't you a tall drink of water? Thank you.
What's all the ruckus about, Godswine?
Kind of rubs his eyes. Nothing. I just thought I'd let you know that I have it all under control. thumbs up, weak smile, meets eye contact, looks back down.
Yeah, you do. Okay. That all?
Yes. Finger gun, slow turn back around to Karan. I don't think that went well. Ted just shrugs and goes back to drinking with Morwen.
You did absolutely fine, young one.
Thank you. Okay. Well, there she goes.
They seem like nice people here. But I think you did fine. Like she said, everything starts with a single step. Now, on that note, this single step of mine is going to bed. It was nice meeting you, Miss Astor.
Yeah, it's good to meet you too, Karen. I guess I'll see you tomorrow on the road.
Hi. Yeah, Hobgoblin is gonna start making his way to the room.
My character's also gonna go up to their room.
Alright.
Astor's going to head with her drink of cider and go to the window and just sort of like... Actually, there's a window over here. Go over to the window and just sit in the windowsill and look out and watch the people walk by.
They just, like, nod their head.
Could you make a perception check for Astor, please?
Oh, what? Really? Oh, okay.
That's good enough. She just kind of looks at you.
Tilts her head. Is she, like, looking at me through, like, the window?
She was.
What, did she just, like, pop into existence and then pop out?
Well, you looked out the window, saw her, she smiled at you, and then faded.
Purses her, like, narrows her eyebrows, pulls out her little notebook, looks over, sees Karan is just, like, leaving and probably tired, furiously starts scribbling, ask Karan about mom or sister or something.
So Karan and, Was there anything you two would like to do up here?
Just a little bit of light reading from a book of his and then probably just going to bed.
I see Sanks has passed the fuck out. Has the fish doing anything?
He is at the desk writing. He's writing a letter to the Baron of Pines Reach? Was it Pines Reach? Pines?
It was the Count of Pines Rest.
Pines Rest, thank you. Rest Count. He's writing a letter of basically explaining the purpose of their arrival. That sort of thing. Businessy stuff. And he's set the room up. I don't know if you can move these things, but he's basically pushed the bed into a situation where it's set up for Astor to sleep on, and he's laid out some bedrolls for himself and Sir Vardock.
Alright.
And if it's at all possible, he's probably enjoying dinner. He probably went down and asked, like, the barmaid for, like, a meal, and then brought it back up and is eating it.
Yeah, he has a nice, hearty traveler stew.
Fuck yeah, he is enjoying the shit out of that.
It is fucking delicious. The vegetables are cooked all the way through. The meat is nice and tender. The broth has a rich flavor to it.
Excellent. I'll have to ask the chef for his recipe. Delicious.
So Leostein ended up going into town to do some last-minute supply run before all the shops were closed.
So you're saying we need this map again?
Yippers.
Alright.
Me versus the brain!
Get out here, you!
No!
Leostein is out on town for two specific purposes. First of all, I'm going to look for any general stores that may be around, place to maybe buy healing potions. Leostein looks kind of like at the gold that he has left, and thinks that it's probably wise to visit the alchemist first before anywhere else. Get some healing potions, because those are likely to be the most expensive thing.
Well, with the help of one of the guards, you're able to find the market square quite easily, and you do see a shop of with a sign that says Arcane Alchemics.
Arcane Alchemics it is then. Leon shall enter that building.
And you see a gnomish man on a stool, just kind of arranging some bottles.
Are we having a wonderful evening now?
Why, hello there, sir. How can I help you today?
I am in need of some potions, my good fellow.
Alright.
I would like to peruse your stock, if you wouldn't mind.
Alright, I have most things that you could be possibly looking for. If not, I could probably commission them. What exactly can I help you with today?
What kind of potion is this one, my good sir?
Looks back at you, looks over at it, runs over, grabs it. My assistant left this out. Don't worry about it.
Oh, do not worry about it. My lips are sealed.
You don't need... There's nothing to concern yourself with. And he kind of rushes it behind the counter.
How about 2 of those lesser healing potions?
There'll be 30 crowns.
By the way, I only have 7 gold.
30 crowns for 2 of these.
The price of one is 30 crowns, sir.
The price of 1? 30 crowns apiece. You're certainly running quite a astute business, I can see.
It's actually the cheapest price in the area.
Cheapest price in the area.
The market price is 50.
My word! You're practically allowing people to make away like thieves with these.
Well, I figure it is an alchemist's duty to see that the health of the people that he serves is taken care of properly. So I lowered prices to a point where I can afford their production, while still making a little bit of profit to run the shop.
Tell you what, I do not want to bother you or take up any more of your time. I will be on my way.
Oh, very well then. Have a good evening.
Yes. I wish you well with whatever new experimental potions you're working on. Have a good day now.
As you walk out into the market square, you see something that wasn't there before. There's a rug on the floor with like an awning over it, and a mysterious hooded figure sitting at it with various wares laid out in front of him.
Hooded, you say? Is it the same guy that I saw in the tavern?
No.
But is hooded?
Yes.
And he has various wares. Okay, I'm going to approach this man then. This figure.
Why, hello there, Sir Knight. How can I help you this evening?
Yes, I was wondering, are you familiar with this area?
Yes, you see, for I, Marquis the Magic Market Man, has been everywhere around these parts.
Wait a second, Magic Man. Wait right there, I'll be right back.
He's going to start running, like, opposite direction towards the tavern again.
Wait a minute!
He's going to yell back as he continues to run. Leo's saying that at this moment, enter back in the ground floor of the tavern again.
Okay.
And he's going to, upon entering, look for the small red-haired girl who picked up a rose earlier, specifically.
Sitting at the window, staring out it, tilting her head, blinking, and then like writing in her notebook.
Just going to make his way over. Just bumping into chairs, almost like tripping over this lady.
Excuse me. Young nobleness.
What if she like almost jumps a little bit? Huh?
Leo once again bows.
You don't have to do that. I'm not royalty. You don't have to do that.
Oh, don't worry about it. Anyway,
What?
I was wondering if you still had that flower that you picked up earlier from the fireplace.
And then she like pulls out her bag. Yeah.
I promise, upon the undying wishes of Carbonia, that if you relinquish that flower to me, I will return it to you by the end of the night.
You're funny. I don't need it anymore. It's okay. Here you go.
Oh, thank you very much.
Leo Sane is going to turn back out again, and then just run out.
Just kind of waves an air of confusion around her.
Magic Man!
Exit the
Magic
tavern.
Man!
Hold on. As you exit the tavern, you see he's set up right in front of the tavern.
Magic Man, there you go. This distance between here and there seems to have grown a lot shorter since I last was out.
God.
Sir, this is the magic market. It's everywhere and nowhere all at once, whenever it's needed.
Okay. Okay, kayfabe off. What can you tell me about this?
Leosain suddenly grows serious when he produces the rose.
Marquis looks at it.
Hands it over.
His eyes glow for a moment. That old bastard's at it again. Was it given to you?
No, I do not believe it was meant for me. I believe it was meant for the princess.
The princess, eh?
I never said such thing. Did I say such thing?
I know who gives these, that he tends to, give them to people he thinks, have a bright and valiant future. Must be quite the princess.
Quite the princess indeed. And quite the well-guarded and very well-protected princess.
Yes, quite.
Very well-protected indeed. Shall we be concerned?
Shall I interest you in some of my wares?
Insight.
Listen, I was going to be asking around if there were any sorts of errant gangs running their operations within this city, and you seem to be the exact man I was looking for, given the magical signature which I detected on that rose.
You're saying
You seem to know a little bit more about it than you're letting on. Who exactly is this man who is, as you say, up to it again?
I think it's best that you learn that later. Now's not the
I
time.
think it's best that I learn that now before I go to bed. Come on, I insist. How about I buy something of yours? What can 8 gold get me? Or 8 crowns, excuse me, I'm not from around here.
Quite a bit. I don't sell things for very much. Like, for example, I have this glass orb with, and he holds it up and you see it's full of water and there's a little clockwork goldfish swimming around it in circles.
Oh, quite the immaculate craftsmanship on that. How much for it?
Just 5 pennies.
I'll take it for. I'll offer you a silver for it if you also give me some of the details on whatever you've been withholding from me.
I actually have something more suited to your profession. And he takes out. He reaches into his cloak and pulls out this. Looks like a sword hilt with a broken blade, sheared off just above the guard. It looks like it's the grip 2-way claymore. This is a relic found in a crypt not too far away. For the life of me, I cannot figure out where it came from.
I thought you just said that it came from a crypt.
Well, before that, obviously. Things don't wind up in crypts without any reason. There's a history to this blade, and I cannot quite figure it out. Perhaps someone who travels.
Yes, perhaps someone who is quite knowledgeable in the history of artifacts such as this.
I'd like to make a history check to see if I can identify what exactly it is. 16.
I'm looking at your knowledge of swords and possibly your time as a squire polishing them. You can tell that this sword is of an ancient make. It is at least 1,000 years old.
Careful now with that. That is quite old. Anyone can see that.
You had 8 crowns, you said?
I don't know, did I?
Give me the crowns and I'll give you the sword and a little bit more information.
It's a fair trade. I think the boys back home will be very interested in learning more about this blade. Can you give me the exact location, as well as the other information which you are offering, of the crypt in which this sword was found?
It was found west of here, near Pine's Rest.
Near Pine's Rest, you say?
Aye.
Then it's a deal. It's a done deal. How much gold?
And something you notice right away as you take hold of it, the grip feels familiar somehow, and on the pommel is depicted a dragon.
Leosain mutters under his breath. Well, they will be
quite interested in seeing this. Very well now.
The one who has taken interest is a very powerful archfey. while not immediately malicious, it does mean that whoever received this rose has a tough road ahead. But if they survive, they will be a legend. It's a token of good luck. They should hold on to it. Well, I must be going. I have other places to be, other sales to make. I wish you luck on your journey.
Thank you much, Magic Man.
In just one very smooth motion, he picks up the rug that he has all his wares on, and swings it over his back like a pack, and just kind of walks down the street.
Liu-Sing kind of like turns over his empty purse, but instead of lamenting over it, he just says to himself,
Always happy to help out.
Before heading back to the tavern, yeah. Going up the, once he's inside, going up the stairs and turning into his room.
Okay.
But not, of course, before...
There you go. As by my word.
She kind of looks up. Thanks,
It's very important.
Yeah, what did you need it for? I'm confused.
Yes, yeah, well, there was a salesman outside who told me all about it. He says that it is a good luck charm bestowed by a very powerful being.
The fireplace guy?
Yes, well, sometimes power can be hidden underneath the guise of meekness or weaseliness, as in his case.
Weaseliness? He flipped off the princess. I don't know what sort of guy he is, but... She grips her hand if he shows his face around here again.
We'll show him, certainly. We'll throw this rose back into his face if he ever shows up again around here.
Yeah! Show him we don't want his rose!
Absolutely.
Although I sort of want it. Can I have it back?
Yes. Yes, yeah, of course.
Yeah. We'll say, yeah. She puts it back in her pouch. To make a statement.
To show him that we...
For chivalry.
Don't care for his behavior.
For order and for politeness.
We'll find him. Anyway.
Have
You
a
take
night.
care.
And with that, the night passes.